you have like above the ears right here?
I think it's.
Can you go into
no,
a
it's just
mine with
metal.
those? Like,
As you can see, if I turn my head, it's.
it's
cannot.
actually
Oh,
lights
it's just
up.
metal.
Maybe it
That's
does light.
boring.
I don't know.
Not little
magical.
torches for him to see through dark caverns in, just in case he's got to go dig in at a moment's notice.
If the light goes out, That's
Yeah,
not right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Not going to strain his eyes already. We do have the draft now available for game number 3, so let's find out exactly how this one is going to go down in the third match between these two teams. Winner gets to go through the lower bracket. The loser gets eliminated from the whole tournament. That's right, there is no group stage here. We are straight into the bracket, and there is no forgiveness in these lower bracket matches. Both teams have had a chance to prove themselves. Both teams have done so once, and now they will have to do so once more if they want to stay around. And you will be pleased to see that OD has been banned, but this time it was by Tundra.
Dire team pick.
You go into a Bane. All right, like nothing really too extraordinary here. Navi as well banning out Doom and the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is different. Usually they would ban out the Snap. But
yeah.
Doom is definitely the same thing.
Let's see if Navi wants to do kind of a similar approach to last game, where they pick up these Weavers and Pucks and stuff. They want to keep doing that. Yeah. So
Weaver and Queen of Pain.
It's Quap though.
Yeah,
they love it.
It's Quap on second pick. I don't know. I'm not sure what I think about it. If it's just like, okay, here's our mid hero, guys. Is that really what it is? Because I don't know.
I feel like it has to be at this point somehow. Like you have this. I'm not sure. You have this Weaver either as position 4 or 1, right? Maybe an offer.
Yeah, maybe. Like I think the one Weaver was really like a. I don't know. It was like a. I don't think you're gonna do that every time. It's once every 10 games, maybe even, or something like that.
It was just good for that game. They didn't have a lot of cash.
Exactly.
But this Quap, I mean, can you really? I've seen position 4 Quaps. I've never truly liked it a lot. Like
I think Quap side lane is something you can experiment with, right? But I don't know. Quap is a really strong hero right now, especially once you get items, right? And I'm sure no one likes it a lot right now. Maybe that's just why, right? Like we've seen these Quaps with Sentinel, Kaya, Shard and stuff like this, dominant. But I just feel like when you get the counter pick like this, when you have Puck already and like, yeah, you have this another support without a stun. Like this is a Weaver, right? Last time it was Snap. I'm not a fan of the opening. But,
it's gonna be an interesting mid lane at least. Queen of Pain versus Puck.
Yeah,
the tale as old as time.
Classic.
These two. Yeah.
Yep. Good Lord, Navi, please get some stuns. And Tundra, you've both slacked on the stuns department previously, especially you, Tundra. Let's get some stuns this time around. And it just feels like when you're behind without stuns, it's so hard to just come back into the game because you just don't have the levels to burst people down. You don't have any kind of advantage, and everyone just doesn't die. That seemed like it was the issue last game.
It's already a little bit better for Tundra though. Like it doesn't matter how you itemize. Bane and Puck will help you with control later on in the game, right? No matter what you buy, you'll have your ulti from Puck, the silence, Bane with the grip. So that's already kind of neat. They're banning out the silencer on Tundra. Just comfort zone from Navi, something that they played against these two heroes.
Yeah, I like the ban. It's seems very warranted. I think a lot of the latest wins from Navi has all been with silencer in the draft.
I'm thinking one thing that this Queen of Pain actually gives you in the first stage, even though it looks premature. They aren't banning out Razor, even though both of these teams play it, right?
Okay.
And if you get Quap this early on, maybe that's the
right. So it's like you prematurely counter Razor in a sense.
Yeah.
Because you're scared of the Razor on 4 in the Puck slot. I mean, that could be part of it. Yeah, I can see that.
Where is my boy Razor? Actually, I was promised lots of Razor this tournament. We've seen like 2 of him.
He's been banned out,
wasn't it banned against in the secret? Yeah, but I think you're right. I think it's a little bit like the other situation we discussed earlier with the Shadow Demon Spirit Breaker kind of thing, right? Where Shadow Demon was picked a lot before because Spirit Breaker was picked a lot, and now when Spirit Breaker is not really picked, you don't really pick the Shadow Demon either because there's no incentive for it. And the same here, like now you start picking Quap, and then suddenly Razor doesn't seem so appealing anymore, right? And then you have a Quap already. You don't really want your Razor. You don't really want Razor as your core either because it's like an awkward combo in some ways. So maybe it's something like that.
So many times I see heroes come into the meta as a strict counter to something, and then they just stick around, you know.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Timbersaw, the hero, is also really strong right now, I think. I keep losing my pups to a 0. Just seems like it just seems like exactly how it was before, you know. This guy gets level 5 and now you can't touch him, and then he bullies the carry and takes the tower, and then he's just so fat and just, you know, you can't really kill him.
5 seconds remaining.
It's also really funny how this hero was completely untouched at TI, more or less, right? And nothing has really changed about this hero since then, right? And I mean, same with Spirit Breaker.
Radiant
yeah, true.
Just gets discovered. That last game, Tundra had it was Navi that had the puck, and it was Navi that banned out Lion in the second stage to protect the puck. They obviously value the Hex, they impale a lot from him, and they snatch it for themselves.
I mean, maybe the meta doesn't even exist. Maybe the meta is just a theoretical construct, and the actual meta is just trends and clicks. Yeah, it's just like high school, you know? The cool kids, you know, those cool kids over in Team Secret have been picking the Spirit Breaker a lot. We need to do that too. Yeah, us too. The heroes are perfectly balanced. Every hero is good as each other. It's just everyone's trying to be trendy and cool.
Magnus, it's a figment of your imagination. Magnus Shard, the Horn Toss being broken, it never truly happened, no matter.
Never. It's just because Team Spirit were the cool kids, they were doing it, and everyone was like, oh, I want to do it too. Exactly. You're getting it. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up.
I mean, we're anyways in a simulation, so none of this matters.
Also true. We're playing a simulation in a simulation, which is just ironic.
10 seconds remaining.
Correct.
Okay, tell me about this Nyx Assassin simulation.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, I mean, you pick it into a Hex, but you also pick it into like a Quap, and you pair it with an Daxia, so there it is.
There it is. Best friends.
I don't mind the Spike Carapace versus Weaver as well and whatnot. You can catch him. Same for Queen of Pain. Lion is kind of an issue, I suppose.
You can get a really juicy free carry pick here though into Daxia Nyx, I feel like, and then you ban 2 counters that you want to ban for your carry. So that could be an opening here for Navi to get something nice going.
What are you thinking? Well, what's the best carry to combat this lane?
The Morphling is already banned, right? That's very much a go-to against stacks here. You don't want to pick too many like these. You don't want to pick Terrorblades, Luna, stuff like that. The wall just is too strong.
Old school AM was good versus Darks here, but you're playing into Puck and Bane as well.
Yeah, look at the heroes a bit here. You don't really want to Medusa into Nyx either that much.
You can't see his webcam right now, but his head is actually glowing, trying to think right now. It illuminates the room.
You can maybe pick like Wraith King, and you get like a really free farm Wraith King game. Right?
The Wraith King, the Sven, the Lifestealer, right? The only problem that I'm thinking... Actually, yeah, all of them work.
I think
Darks here.
What did you say? So Sven works too. I think the Sven is more kiteable by these heroes like Bane and Puck, whereas the Wraith King is like, well, you feel free to use your disables on me, right? Like, he doesn't care that much. He has 2 lives.
Probably more in the meta as well, right? Like, he's stronger right now. It feels stronger, at least.
Yeah. The whole Armlet Deso Blink build is so strong, and then you get the cleave later. You just one-shot people, actually, at that point, if you're farmed. So I would like that pick. It gives you more stun as well to follow up on the Lion and stuff. Doesn't care about Daxia.
I mean, they might not pick the carry here because there are so many good options. They might just leave it if they decide that there's too many options.
The thing is, you're going to see the Tundra carry. Right?
Ooh, they go with Conka.
Yeah.
This should be your carry, right?
Yes, I think so. Because the thing is, the reason why you need to pick your carry there is because you don't see the Tundra carry yet, and you have the absolute last pick for your offlane, right? So you can counter Tundra's last pick with your offlane.
Remaining.
If you were to pick the offlaner there, then Tundra is like, okay, nice. Now they picked like Underlord, so we can pick Ursa now, or something like that, right?
Yeah, true.
So the carry to carry matchup might not be that great for you, but overall, you will have the offlane at least to mitigate that a little bit.
Yeah,
better.
What's left for Tundra here? Is Medusa still an option for them? I mean, it's not really that great with Darkseer. Ideally, you'd have something that combos as well and carries that Ion Shell well, right? Right now, you only have Nyx Assassin.
Back in the day, I would say Spectre is nice with this, but I don't know if Spectre is a hero. Wraith King is also a good option for Tundra. Okay, it got banned. Just kidding.
You always got to, the pro analyst move if you can't be bothered to figure out what's good. You just say the hero as it gets picked. I think Void would be really good for nothing. Oh, it's banned. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, clearly.
There's PA in the pool, actually.
That's a good call. Yeah,
that's a hero that's kind of gone untouched somehow.
Yeah, it's the most popular carry hero in pubs, in high MMR pubs, 7k plus. 8k plus.
You could also
European favorites as well.
I think I like PA the most if it doesn't get banned, because it also has less weaknesses in terms of the offlane. Like
Radiant team pick.
It's harder to abuse
the Medusa. So I guess Medusa would work with them. It wouldn't really have a lot of synergies with Darkseer, but it would still be solid.
Yeah, it's really nice against Kunkka co-op.
Is there a chance for Spectre here? I know that hero is not very popular right now, but
yeah,
that's a great idea. It's like I heard it somewhere, no matter.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, did you say that?
No, he did. But...
Oh, Misery said that. Oh, my bad.
I would love to see it with the Aghanims. Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
that's a Tundra
very
hero,
interesting.
actually. Skida has been playing that.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's good.
That's
I like
fun.
that. It's also, I don't know if you saw that game. I think it might have been DPC, but this hero with late game is a fucking monster, actually. You kind of think of this hero a bit more as a tempo.
You may now select your
AM
heroes.
into Bloodseeker?
A?
And what, Kunkka mid?
Oh, wow, there's your curveball. There's your Queen of Pain curveball.
There it is.
There was a reason for it all along.
I mean, is there a reason for this curveball though?
Look, I think it's cute. I would love for this to work for them.
I will eat the cheese.
Okay.
Also, because
do you think it will though?
I think the mid Kunkka is pretty nice with Puck here, right? You have a free lane. You have this team fight aura around you, like that can actually carry the weight for Navi for a long time, and then Anti-Mage can farm. And I also think that Bloodseeker used to be a lot better against Anti-Mage than it is now, because you have the spell reflection thing, right?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that because I understand Anti-Mage versus Darkseer, right, and Nyx Assassin, but I felt that Bloodseeker overall on paper is good. Then again, Navi, the way they are setting up these lanes, I feel like they're going to do well in all three of them, right? Queen of Pain versus Bloodseeker and Bane on top lane together with Weaver should do fine. Kunkka on the mid lane should do relatively all right. The double bracer build or whatever, armlet straight up, should do completely fine versus the Puck. And then AM versus Darkseer should be a free lane for him.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing about Darkseer versus AM is always a bit like, it depends who you ask. I'm sure if you ask 33, he's not going to be so worried about it, right? Because he knows when he hits 6, he's going to wall the Anti-Mage, and then Anti-Mage kind of has to leave the lane. And in the game as well, you wall the Anti-Mage, right? You can you can take the fight, right? And same Puck is also pretty decent with Anti-Mage, and like we talked about before, the Bloodseeker, can be a monster in late game if he's really farmed. So yeah, we'll see, I guess. I think it's like a lot more about like who wins the lanes and who gets ahead, right? Like we saw in the Alliance versus who was it game where they had an Anti-Mage, and the Anti-Mage was just like, super free game with like many kills and stuff. if that happens, obviously NCMH is gonna take over the game. But yeah.
All right, Lizard, closing thoughts before we get into the game very quickly.
He said it well. I hope for Tundra that NCMH doesn't have a completely free game, but if he does, they can take it.
Alrighty then, those are your panelists' thoughts. Let's get into the game with our casting duo of Black and Bacop.
Thank you very much, Namad. As the stun comes out onto Aloha Dance for a second, but he's got the Shikuchi trying to catch some distance.
Butterbot
he
cost.
should be fine. He should be fine, right?
Yeah.
Oh? Oh.
He actually committed for a sleep level 1, so no brain snap. His trade potential is a little bit worse. Do they what, B-Cop? Do they what, huh?
Did they go to the anti-mage because they picked the Bloodseeker and Weaver 1 in a Bloodseeker is just not good?
Yeah, but historically, AM into Bloodseeker isn't the greatest either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just want to have a hero that can lane very easily against the Darkseer, which is the anti-mage. Like, you can just leave him there solo even. It's going to be completely fine. And it is a game that anti-mage could snowball potentially, right? But into Puck, into potentially Fiend's Grip, into Rapture, it's actually not an easy game at all.
Blood Ray? Yeah, a lot of damage. Oh, Snaking.
Ah,
that was the difference.
For the blink. Man. Still a very big deal though for General. Now he has to go back to base. He's gonna miss the first wave.
Oh, that was a cool move right there. Avoiding that that Earth Spike. So, how are you feeling about these lanes? I gotta ask, because obviously there's an anti-mage in the game. You're my anti-mage correspondent.
Yeah.
I gotta know all your feelings on the anti-mage games.
Well, top lane should be very free, but as I said, there's like a lot of ways to actually deal with this anti-mage. There's a Puck Coil. If you get Rapture or Grip, you're just dead. It's not a free anti-mage game like we've seen LTW have a couple of days ago. So you'll have to be very careful how he approaches those fights if he ever joins them. And then mid lane, Kunkka against Puck is super free for the Kunkka. Not much Puck can do at all. But Bloodseeker should also be... Well, as I say that, he's pretty low health already. As the levels go up, he should be doing a little bit better.
I'm gonna throw that blood right out. Just putting some damage on Aloha Dance, uses the Shikuchi to strike back.
Yeah, actually getting really low on the Bloodseeker though. Already had to expand the healing salve. This Quap dual range lane is not weak at all. Like Weaver Quap together is... They put out so much Harris damage, they don't necessarily kill you, they just make you feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, I can already see 3-3 is sort of forced to pull the lane away. You really just can't lane against Anti-Mage as a Darkseer. It's a very sad lane until you get to level 6.
Just some right clicks to take away the mana of Snaking, so you know, it's not fun to be up against this AM.
The sound of the mana burn is so nice though. Yeah. You gotta admit that.
One of my favorite sounds in the game.
Yeah, same. And his mana voice sound is so good too. Like honestly, all the sounds that AM makes are just like top tier. Which is one of the biggest reasons why I took it upon myself to become an anti-mage master.
Grandmaster.
Yeah.
Are you Grandmaster on anti-mage in-game?
Of course. If there would be one guy, it would definitely be me.
Yeah, no.
Maybe Burning. Maybe Burning. But Burning is not, because he doesn't play a lot.
Well, he's got to get back together with Big God.
Yeah, there was fun times. Top lane is just like, you see this behind the tower, bullying them. Nine's actually rotating here. Okay.
Solo's only level 1, so this is not going to end well for him. Considering he was getting out-leveled about total 9-1.
9 is like, okay, thanks for the free first blood, I guess. Like I'll take it.
Very appreciated. I see this Weaver Bloodseeker matchup, and I just think of the days of when you saw like Mugi play Weaver and get countered by a Bloodseeker coming out.
Mugi, what happened to him? I haven't heard of him in a long time.
Is he?
Was he one of those bans?
I don't want to say that without I'm. I'll give you an update in a second.
All right, thank you. I'll be.
Yes.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, unfortunate, but what can you do, man? But just looking at this game, at the anti-mage, like he really will have to snowball so hard to be able to carry this game. Like it looks so difficult against all these spells they have. Like if you ever coiled and walled, you're just going to kill yourself.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Oh, Skeeter. Not fun losing your boots on the courier.
Dire structures
Yeah,
are
but
fortified.
it's very fun to heal like 60 health after every CS.
Yeah. You really can
very
kind of
balanced.
stand and trade here.
It's a very balanced mechanic.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Are there any balance mechanics? Are we still in beta?
Like if everything's in balance, then everything's balanced, right? Oh, Puck actually stealing like a triple stack here. I can't believe no one's just letting that happen. Nani? Okay, no one says, I don't care.
Take my farm, but you will not take my freedom.
Radiant's middle
Sure.
tower is under attack.
But he's playing Dota, so freedom isn't really there anymore. You know, like Dota just absorbs your freedom as soon as you play it for the first time. It's like a contract you forge, you know?
With blood.
Touch Dota, can't get away from it.
So just pretty quiet right now. I mean, the only kill that was there was the kill on Solo, where he just kind of found himself in a bit of a bad position. He's now level 2, though, since that happened.
I mean, take a look at the Quop's net worth, man. He's like 1,500, over 1,000 behind the Bloodseeker. Like he is not having a game at all on his Quop. And now he might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, because this is going to be a sleep and a silence. Ooh, brain sap?
Yeah. He's gonna have to go back to base again while already having a horrendous game like this.
In the jungle, Snake King with this Ion Shell on him. He's also got 9 coming over. They'll land the Impale. They've got the Waning Rift for the silence. Dream Coil too. Ghost Ship coming in. Spike Carapace and the Torrent will land on a Snake King to get that kill. They're still trying to take out no one. And eventually he should come to a fall and will.
Yeah, Aim is coming, saying, I got you, I'll help you. But obviously not even level 6. If he was level 6, potentially there's actually a kill on the Puck, but... Yeah. What do you do with this Quop? That's my biggest question. Like, he's supposed to be a big damage dealer come mid-game to really make space for the AM, but he's not having a game whatsoever. He actually TP'd mid lane now, and it's forced to farm a small camp. Like, this feels so bad for him.
I'm definitely interested to see if Tundra want to go steal that stack. Ooh, Weaver going down. Skeeter getting the kill there. That combination is nasty.
Yeah,
Nightmare,
like, range is so strong. We've seen it also the last time when Team Spirit played, Mars and Bane. It's just such a strong setup for so many heroes. That's why I keep telling you, if you have the chance to, just first pick the Bane. You can never go wrong with it.
I'm gonna spam Bane and just gain a bunch of MMR.
Do it before it gets nerfed to the ground.
Don't worry, there's no patch till next season. And by next season, I mean next year.
After TI.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. This Bloodseeker is so rich. Halfway through his Maelstrom already.
Kind of crazy how quick Skeeter's farming right now, and it looks so good for him. He's gonna be helped by Bane almost the entirety of this matchup. Like the abilities for Tundra just synergize so well. Dream Coil, Bloodright, Nightmare Bloodright, Fiend's Grip, all that control, Vacuum Bloodright Wall. Like, it is not fun. It is not even just circles either.
And a lot of stuff. Some circles, some... Oh, just Rupture again on the Weaver, and he's just dead again.
Yeah, Ghost Ship hitting, and as well as the X and Torrent. They also get Aloha Dance.
Yeah. I mean, I guess at least they get the Nyx Assassin, but yeah, this Bloodseeker is going to be a problem if you don't stop him soon. Because the Maelstrom is his acceleration item. And once he gets like Maelstrom BKB, this anti-mage cannot fight whatsoever.
Dire's bottom tower
Is Ags one of those items that's looking to be in your kit if you're Bloodseeker?
Not as a carry. It's more like an offlane or mid item, I'd say.
Okay.
As a carry, you have like, you gotta do the right click damage, right? Or no mana here, and there could be a very big mana void, potentially into a kill. He's kind of dancing around them though.
I just think of
Dire's top tower is under attack.
ooh, Silence, Waning Rift, and Ghost Ship, Vacuum into the Impale. V-Tune comes over. No mana and the Hex. Eventually that mana void will come through. They get the Torrent, they'll get the kill into 33. No one over to the side. They've got the Sonic Wave coming in from General, as well as the Rupture from Skeeter. They're gonna go after this anti-mage, the Blood Right, and the Illusory Orb will get the kill. Does he jaunt to go for no one?
Quap out of mana. Just gets it back. What do you do though? You have no boots. Or they don't chase for it actually.
I'm a little
they do.
actually, they're pushing the wave so they can chase, right? Get under the tower.
Wow, what a silence placement.
Yeah, good silence, and General will fall here. Killing spree for Skeeter.
Yeah, well played, very well played. Got the big kill of the anti-mage, who also teleported, so he won't be able to go to any lane to farm up. How far is he from his Battle Fury? Still a good 2,000 gold away. Not the start he was hoping for, unfortunately. Cup, the Quap, same network as the support. It's gonna be a big problem come mid game. Where's the damage gonna come from?
Gosh. Hey, that's the kind of net worth where you look at and you kind of squint your face and you're like, ugh, that's not looking good.
Dire's top tower
Yeah.
is under attack.
Especially because your rebound is what? Trying to farm the map, but you've got a hero like Anti-Mage who gets this battle for you, who wants to kind of take over the majority of the farm on the map, right?
Yeah, you also got a Kunkka who pushes out waves like super fast.
So it's going to be very hard for Queen of Pain to kind of recover in this one.
Yeah, a lot of small misplays coming in from NAVI. Like, Kunkka wanted to TP to set up on mid lane, but then he just cancelled his TP by accident. I guess it works out anyway because they get the bot tower, but yeah. AM TPing back to top.
Yeah, they're going to go for Skeeter.
Oh, so very out of position here.
Blood Right. Silence on it too, but the right click damage is there for V-Tune to get the kill. They finally take out the Bloodseeker. At the same time, though, Fiend's Grip and the wall onto the Kunkka. They'll land the Impale with it. They'll take out no one. 33 gets credit for that.
Dire's middle tower
I am so surprised by how aggressive Skeeter was there. Like his entire team smoked bottom and he just started hitting the tower top. Navi did not fall for the bait and just killed him. It's a very big death just after your Maelstrom pickup.
Yeah, you want to really amp that farm, and especially because you have it before, say, the Battle Fury on V-Tune, so you want to extend that lead, but instead he's going to be dead, and this Battle Fury is going to come out, and their farm is going to start really pumping up at about a similar timing.
Yeah, Quap even delivering creeps to the anti-mage, or I guess he's going to take it himself. Like, the Quap really needs to get back into the game somehow. It's a very scary looking net worth. Because against heroes like Bloodseeker and Puck, if you're not farmed as a Quap, you are going to feed.
He's going Spirit Vessel after picking up this Falcon Blade.
Yeah, interesting pickup because it's going to be so late. Oh, they caught him. Not going to commit for it though. Yeah, like, why is he going to go Spirit Vessel? It doesn't really counter anything, right?
Not really sure.
Radiant's middle tower
And it's going to be so late that it's just not very effective. Oh, they caught top lane. Should just be dead
Nightmare, Queen. Waning Rift. The silences just start to stack up. They even go to the Dream Coil. Not entirely sure that that was necessary, but They do get the kill regardless, and they get the silence onto the Lion. Nine's still looking. If he was to have been ready to go with that illusory orb a second sooner, he might have jumped.
Yeah, finally getting a top tower though, so now Skeeter has a lot more space to farm. And how's Anti-Mage looking? Finishes Battlefield already, so very strong timing. Top of the network as well. Very strong setup to be able to carry this game, but team fights are not gonna be easy. Like once Tundra starts pushing the tempo, it's gonna be very difficult.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Stun. With the Earth Spike. Ooh, Spike Carapace. Now the Impale. Oh, Dance is going to go down. All done by Snake King, but Fada still going to get zapped by that finger.
Yeah, I had the pesky beetles on him all along, but not for much you can do there as a Bane, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but
and
they
then that
do
means
end up getting the Lion.
Solo dies, yeah. Ghost Ship over mid. They're going to try and get this kill. Mana Void 33 still alive.
He's out of mana, he's out of mana.
And he's still going to survive. They've got the Dream Coil on it too. They'll get the V-Tune kill there on the left. And on the right, well, now you see him and now you don't. No one falls down to 9.
Remember what I said about you got to be really careful when you join these fights as Anti-Mage? This is exactly why. You get coiled, you're just dead. There was a wall, there was a coil, he burned his own mana to 0 and he just died. Like these kind of deaths on here like Anti-Mage are so costly because he would have had his Yasha by now. Maybe even a little bit more. Or solo
again. Nightmare as the Earth Spike comes in and there's the Hex, but not looking likely he'll survive. The Impale a little bit short. Fiend's Grip.
Okay.
Sure.
Why not? But yeah, it kind of reminds me of what I saw last game from Navi towards the end, where they're just very split around the map and keep getting picked off one by one. Like this Anti-Mage stuff is going to really disrupt his entire pace that he was setting up for himself.
Skeeter. Blink, Scream, Shadow Strike. He'll pig pull himself.
Run away. Wow, Darkseid already finished Agon Scepter, so every hero is gonna have a nice 275 health. Bound to Conquer 2.
Oh, no one. Ghost Ship ruptured, and there's the Spike Carapace. Snake King doesn't care that the Titanic's crashing down on him because he's the one who sunk the Titanic with that Spike Carapace.
Yeah, nothing is going Navi's way at all. Kunkka is actually very poor, doesn't even have his BKB despite going for the first item. Sleep again on the Weaver.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Goodbye, Mr. Aloha Dance.
The
Arthur really likes the I will eat the cheese line.
Big fan of Pepper Jack.
What's your favorite cheese?
Pepper Jack's a good cheese. Oaxaca is a good cheese.
What about some of the classic ones like Gouda?
Oh, a nice smoked Gouda.
Yeah. You into that kind of thing or nah?
Yeah, I'm a big cheese person.
Yeah, me too. I love cheese.
Blue cheese, though?
Yeah, I was about to say blue cheese is it's a very acquired taste.
I could pass on that.
Yeah, especially the really strong ones. Yeah.
And everybody's just like, no, it's good because it smells. And then I go, that's what I say about my farts, but nobody seems to have the same opinion. They go after this Weaver, they get the kill on Aloha Dance, 9 with another one.
So, who healed the Weaver? Oh, he healed himself.
Set himself up.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, Nyx, Invis, and Carapace on. Trying to dive deeper again. Now, this is the problem they have. Like, Anti-Mage wants to farm, and they can't fight.
Coming onto the high ground, Spike Carapace, Quap's just dead. General gets killed, they'll go for no one. Pops the BKB to get out of that Dream Coil, but they're right on Solo, and now Solo's on Solo, so it's now a duo of Lions. And, well, the pack of Lions will be split once one of the Solos dies.
Yeah, I really gotta tell you, like, I don't believe in Anti-Mage at all unless it's like a complete free Anti-Mage game. Which in this game they have like 3 or 4 ways to actually deal with him, so it's anything but free. You just see how little the hero contributes compared to a hero like Bloodseeker. He might have more net worth, but he just doesn't do anything until he gets some more items. And even then, it's just so risky because you just die in 1 second. Oh, they caught him potentially. Okay, they had a dire ward. I thought it was a Radiant ward actually. Skeeter had no idea he was there. Like when nothing's happening, it's literally all Fanta does. Like, that's the random I'll eat a cheese line.
You remember last year when we just we would see Whitemon just eating snacks during the draft the entire time? I just assume Fada's got like a cheese wheel in his left hand and he's just clicking around.
Or just like a cheese board, like all sorts of crackers and
charcuterie board,
raisins and what. Yeah. I mean, he's definitely a fine gentleman, so I wouldn't put it past him. Like, the game is only 4K or 5K now lead for the Radiant, but it feels so one-sided, right? And that's literally just because Navi have this really poor co-op. They just can't fight. They can't take any team fights. Like, what do you do?
And it's a little bit close to the moment because Anti-Mage is obviously getting a little bit of farm, but he needs to secure himself more farm to start being effective overall. And actually, it went from 5 to 3 real quick.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't know.
Somebody must have dropped an item or something.
Made that jump.
They got a tower? No. Well, let's go back to 5K now after the Roshan.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen to the Radiant.
There's the Aegis for Skeeter. Only 4.
Yeah, and he's gonna go straight into the Basher. Like, at what point does Anti-Mage actually feel comfortable linking into a fight? He's going for BKB next, which is something you never want as an Anti-Mage. Like, it just feels terrible. Like, you'd rather build like Aghanims or Skadi.
No one. No one, you may be taunting, you go into the BKB, and, well, okay, you can taunt, you're free. You're good to go.
He was almost in range for the grip. Almost. Now Lower Dan's trying to cut the wave again. Fada's just dead.
Fada?
Oh, no, nice use.
He's still alive for a second. He's got the Nightmare, but that's going to be placed on Aloha Dance to get the kill on Fada. Now they're going to look over as the Rupture is onto V-Tune.
Oh, no.
He blinks. Oh, the vacuum doesn't land.
Yeah. But you can see what happens, right? You get Ruptured, you're just like, oh my god.
I need to leave.
And he took so much damage from that blink, it almost killed him.
And meanwhile, you've got General dying to 9. 9 may not be a prime number, but he is certainly playing prime time at the moment.
Very, very smart. I like it. That's the very attractive thing about you, you know, you're very smart.
Aww. So 3K lead here for Tundra.
Yeah. Do have the Aegis still though, so they want to definitely pick up the pace a little bit. Get the outer towers down at least.
Nothing else.
Looking for a grip here potentially.
Radiant are scanning.
But the Dire is obviously very aware of what is happening here, so he's kind of stuck down here though. Can't really farm right now, no TP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's a tier 1 gone. And Weaver might be next on the chopping board.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ooh, close.
Snaking wants to stick with him. He's got through right by. Vacuum back into the Impale. Well placed, well killed. Aloha Dance dancing in his grave.
Yes, as he has many times in this game already. 0-6. In fact, it's very reminiscent of the second game, right? Just reversed roles, where Navi is the one getting beaten down right now. You think they're gonna have a similar comeback in them, or nah?
Hey, Anti-Mage, anything is possible the way they can play this. Again, it's about now avoiding the Rupture, avoiding the wall. There's a lot you gotta
avoiding the coil.
Here. Well, he's almost got BKB, so hopefully that takes care of that.
He's so afraid to farm on the Anti-Mage. So how's Quap looking net worth wise? Still quite low, unfortunately.
6,700 going into the shard.
Yeah. Ooh, they're looking for the Anti-Mage. They have the coil ready. Not quite gonna catch him though.
They'll catch others, though. Waning Rift, Illusory Orb. That's an easy kill, as Snake King will claim it with the Vendetta Strike.
Why are you going to stay for the courier kill? Here's Jules. Oh, be careful.
Ooh, Weaver. Bean's Grip. Okay.
And that's 0-7. Yeah, Weaver kind of feels like out of place this game, right?
Very. And that comes from the fact that they just countered him and he was put in the 4 and he still countered. It's not, you know, gonna change anything.
Yeah, it's usually also lane dominated, but they got crushed in the lane, which diminishes his impact like a ton. Anti-mage TP top, but he's still so afraid to farm, like he just can't.
Oh,
Tundra's everywhere.
Snake King is on one this game.
Holy donuts. He's going straight into a Hex on the Kanka. BKB Hex. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw that one. They're just really lacking damage.
It's certainly not going to come from the BKB Hex.
Yeah, where's it going to come from? Like, are you going to go all in anti-mage? I guess you have to at this point. But it's a tough game. I think it's a tough game to watch. Because it looks like one of those games where it's just a slow and gradual death.
Right. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. And you know me, I'm an anti-mage lover. But even if I hate anti-mage pick, and if I hate an anti-mage pick in a game, then you know it's really rough.
Well, did you like that other anti-mage pick?
I didn't love it, but it was a pretty free anti-mage game at least. It was only like a duel. This game, they have 4 heroes I can actually deal with them.
Very winnable.
Ooh. Almost caught him with the Carapace.
Might help is Aloha Dance going for this Ags. He's got the point boost there.
Yeah. Just look at where Aim is farming. He's just so afraid to farm anywhere. Because he knows any coil, any impale.
Sentry.
Aloha Dance again. Ay.
Yeah, impaled, and then they'll have the Waning Rift silence. He sits invis, he goes to the Yules, he tries to survive, but the Spike Carapace is there to stun him up. And 9 will get another kill on Aloha Dance.
Instant smoke up. Quack's been caught.
Oh boy. Yeah, Dream Coil, General. He is gonna fall.
It's
another
so
easy kill here for 9. 9 is 13-0-7.
Yeah, just making it look so easy. Anti-mage has BKB, something needs to happen now. There's nobody can wait any longer.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
What did you even do though? Like, how do you start these fights? They could potentially burst the Bloodseeker, maybe. Is that what they're going for?
Bloodseeker, and in some trouble, but an amazing vacuum wall. The question is, do they have the follow? They get the kill on a solo. They'll look over at Aloha Dance, who will time-lapse. It was a vacuum wall all of a sudden on 4.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, makes me wonder if Father should perhaps have prioritized sleeping the Bloodseeker so he can get his BKB and everything off, instead of gripping. Because without the Bloodseeker, there's no way you're going to fight this. And very, very good recognition by Navi that the Bloodseeker was running in there. Instant hex, torrent bolt, everything came out right away. Very well played by them. If you can get 1 or 2 more of those kills, why not?
Top lane.
It's just gonna get coiled, I think. Maybe not. Have to be a little careful now. Bloodseeker is your strongest hero. No need to force anything without him. He's going straight into a butterfly on anti-mage. Goodbye, Lion.
Yeah, they find solo again.
And the
And
Weaver.
they've got the impale on Aloha Dance, and gives them the old JoJo.
Normal punch.
Yeah, and Aloha Dance will be eliminated.
Well, not yet. He just sent to the Shadow Realm. Ooh, they spot out the Kunkka X mark. They do have a Yule Scepter, right? Or they're just waiting for him there.
Yeah, waiting for the Vendetta, lands the impale. Now they've got the rupture with the vacuum and the normal punch. Skeeter takes out no one.
Dire's middle
30-8.
That damage. Like he just got pulled back, punched backwards. Kind of gives me like bully vibes, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, the quad top again. Like they're just setting up everywhere, man.
And they've got the Nightmare. They have Fiend's Grip ready.
Yeah. Whoa. He could have played there, no?
Yeah, he could have almost missed that. And there's the kill for Snaking, who's now unstoppable.
I will eat the cheese. I will eat the cheese. Okay, anti-mage farming in there. Ooh. Alright, he's gonna be fine. But anti-mage can't 1v5 this game, possibly, right? It's like, no way.
He can try.
No way. You can certainly try. He will have a butterfly soon. So that's something.
Kunkka went AC, by the way, instead of the Hex.
And you know what Puck went? He went for an Aghanim Scepter. So you know what the BKB on anti-mage does?
Nothing.
Nothing! Literally the entire duration will just be coiled. Normal punch. It's such a long stun, actually. Wow. Impale as well.
And there's the Illusory Orb to get the kill.
Kind of looks like my pub games right now, where everyone just farms everywhere and then dies.
Waning Rift looking for the high five. 9 goes after Kunkka.
Yeah.
No one on the run, as also Lion's getting caught here. So Solo, he's trying to fight and will eventually die. So Skeeter gets the kill on his Solo. No one tries to TP out as he had the ghost ship sail over. But at the same time, they find Fada. They get the Nightmare out onto the anti-mage, who's forced to pop the BKB. They go after General. They'll get the kill into the Queen of Pain. And it's a 3-for-1 trade in the favor of Tundra.
Yeah, every time Navi finds like anything, it's always answered by at least 1 or 2 kills from the Tundra side. And now the Roshan is up the shard. Who's that gonna go to? I would imagine anti-mage. Sorry, a Bloodseeker. And then he has that juicy lifesteal per hit.
Always nice.
Yeah, I mean, at least Aim will have his butterfly soon, but I just don't know what happens once it gets coiled and walled. It just seems so impossible to fight at this point. I mean, at least you always...
farming.
Yeah, yeah, and almost Weaver Aghanim Scepter as well. Maybe that's a counterplay. Maybe.
Just don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it's anti-mage games. Don't pick anti-mage in your pops, guys.
Ooh,
Goodbye, lower dance.
And 9. They've got the Blink Dagger now on this Nyx Assassin, so, you know, it makes it very hard to get away from the hands of the Nyx.
Yeah, that's his 11th death, though. That is a lot of deaths. Solo sitting at 10.
And he's got
We're just getting picked up all over the map. But they're being very like thorough, right? Like Tundra is. Like whenever they really push out the sidelines, they're always there.
Yeah. You know, being very thorough in an elimination game. They're playing across the river almost consistently or constantly since about 5-6 minutes ago.
Yeah. And what item is Puck going for next? Kai Assange, okay. Just, I mean, he has everything right now. He has good damage, good disable. He has a link to top for defensive capabilities. How about the Darkseer? Oh, he's so rich as well. Oh, quad-blinked in. Goodbye, General, perhaps? Oh, no.
He's still fine. They've got the 3 heroes smoked up top. They're going to try and go in for 9. They've got the Finger as well as the ulti of the Mana Void from Anti-Mage, but that leaves Quap to get killed.
That is a massive pickup, though.
Streak, or 10-time streak goes away to Anti-Mage. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, they really needed that. Now he's going to be really close to his Basher.
Rules onto the Weaver, follow that up with an Impale, and they've got the normal punch. They have the lockdown, but there's the time lapse. I don't know if that's going to matter all too much. They've got the silence and the Fiend's Grip to lock him down.
Anti-Mage, though, is cutting all the creep waves, so not an easy high ground avenue here. So he's going to have his Basher soon on Anti-Mage, and then he will potentially be able to fight the Bloodseeker, who's going for Refresher next. Do I like that? Let me think. I don't think so, actually. I'd rather he build into something that just makes him fight the anti-mage better, like MKB. Because he's the only problem you have. If you coil him, you want to be able to kill him. And don't think a refresher will necessarily do that for you.
Right.
We'll see, maybe he changes his mind. I mean, if you get a rupture on him, he's also going to be pretty dead. And it's always nice to have like double BKB. Oh, general again. Oh, they saw him.
Oh. Into the trees, vacuum back. Nightmare, normal punch into the silence. No, they don't get that blood right to go off in time. And now they're going to get the Earth Spike down on a Skeeter. They have the Hex to follow it up. They look for the Ghost Ship. V2 goes to the back lines, go for Fada. They get the kill to the Bane. Skeeter now going after the Anti-Mage for a moment. They will eventually kill off Solo. No one TPs out. Aloha dance to run away with the Shikuchi. There's no way to catch him. And these heroes with high mobility get away from the fight after they kill off the Bane.
Yeah. But like every time he has to pop his BKB to just kill a Bane, that feels terrible for him. Because afterwards, he just can't fight anymore. He has to abandon the fight. 9 on the Weaver again. As a time lapse though.
Yule's vacuum? Oh, okay. Still got it.
Alright, B-Cup, I'm gonna give you yet another negative. Why AM is bad against Puck, okay? You ready?
Okay. But if you do this, you have to give me a positive.
Alright, sure. Anti-Mage doesn't build into any status resistance. So you're actually just locked down for 8 seconds if you get coiled. Because you don't build Sanj Yasha, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the positive is Quap almost has Kaya Sanj.
Damn. We nailed it.
It's pretty rich.
I will eat the cheese.
This line is so...
No. It's always about telling someone something like that in the what is known, at least here, or how I was taught it, in the burger format. You give the positive as the top bun, and then the negative as the patty, and then another positive about that person is the bottom bun. You sandwich it all together, so it doesn't feel as bad to be told that you're not doing well.
What about like the lettuce and the tomatoes and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what are they?
More things to tell you you're bad, I guess. I get a plain burger.
I will eat the cheese.
Anti-Mage, by the way, now level 25. He's got that 20% counterspell magic resistance.
Yeah, interesting. Most
Taking
people...
that instead of the Mana Void cooldown in a game like this.
Yeah, like Mana Void is so strong on Anti-Mage against these very high mana pool heroes, so I'm a little bit surprised he didn't choose a talent, because almost everybody goes for the talent, especially if you go for Abyssal Blade, because the cooldown is almost identical.
Kunkka popping the BKB just to run. It's got that haste. Roche potentially in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Very safe play from Tundra.
As always.
I would say if the Kunkka maybe built a little differently, I'd have a little bit more faith in the net worth that he's got.
Yeah, it feels pretty fake, right?
Yeah.
Like he has an aura for his team, that's alright. It's a BKB, but BKB is pretty much nullified already, and... Ooh, he's gonna be fine.
They group together, at least up towards top. There's 3 there. Maybe you're looking to have someone farm the lane and jump them.
Yeah, they were still looking for the Quap, which isn't there anymore. And now Hex picked up on Darkseer. Like the items are just rolling in. Rolling in, rolling in, rolling in.
What you gonna do now? Just keep rolling.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Are you too old for that?
Am I too old for that? No,
yeah.
I'm not too old for that.
Okay.
Old bad boys.
Yeah. Actually,
Cops is filmed in front of a live audience.
It should just be your age, right? Like perfectly your age.
Silence on a general. Blood right down. They've got the Fiend's Grip. See how this goes for the side of the Dire. The normal punch comes in. They've got themselves the air spike that lands on a 2 with the wall going down from the Darkseer. No one's already dead, so they've taken another Kunkka as well as the Queen of Pain. They're going to go after the anti-mage. They've got the right clicks from Skeeter. They'll get the kill on a V2, and he does have buyback, but it's not looking like it's going to be worth anything with the rest of his team dead. Silence out onto the Lion. They'll grab the kill there, and now they're going to start using these buybacks. No one buys back. Solo buys back. It's a duet of sorts.
Yeah, and hate to be that guy, man, but anti-mage is pretty damn useless. Hero's just not that good. Oh, they caught Kunkka again. He still has BKB though.
Carapace, BKB. Now they're going to buy back on the anti-mage. They want to go for this. They've got Bloodseeker, maybe in a little bit of a bad position, but he's back towards his team into the vacuum. They've got the Nightmare. They missed the Impale. The Waning Rift lands on the 3. Blood right down again. It's a lot of damage being done to the anti-mage who didn't even get a right click off.
Yeah. Oh, man. You can't believe how much this hurts as an anti-mage player. Because I've been in this situation so many times. And there's just nothing you can do. Like, it doesn't matter what you itemize in. It doesn't matter how you approach the team fights. The puck will just wait for you to jump in at some point, and he will coil you. And if you don't jump in, he won't coil. So, like, what is your play? It is so difficult to be in this position.
So they'll take over their jungle again, but Tundra's nearby. Knocking on the door.
Yeah, like this next Roshan is going to decide the game. Like, Navi somehow needs to get that on the anti-mage. Then maybe they have a chance to win a fight because they only have 1 coil.
Potentially. Still would be very tough.
Yule. Oh, he didn't get it off. If you Yule them there, then the X-Mark doesn't pull him back, and Kunkka is completely out of position. Very risky play by no one.
Silence.
And Roche is back with a refresher shard.
Yeah, that's going to be the last point of contest, I'd imagine, in this game. Like, if the Radiant get another Aegis, I think it's just over. Navi has to fight for it.
Nyx Assassin's almost level 25. Oh my gosh. Man, Snaking, he's having a game like we've said before. 8-2 and 18.
How about the Bane that has a Shadow Blade queued up, though? You think he's gonna commit? I think he should.
I say do it.
You might also just build a Glimmer Cape, which is probably better, but just for the flex points, I think you do it.
Middle tower is under attack.
Gather together. V-Tune doing his best ward impression.
Yeah, also kind of
synthesis.
dingling around like a ward does.
Scan hits, but there was never ever any doubt, honestly, that they were nearby.
Where did the puck go? Oh no, actually the Nyx, they went up the hill.
Ooh, they're gonna smoke again.
Yeah, they
Nyx
have
Assassin
to win
level
this
25.
fight.
Unobstructed pathing makes this smoke very difficult to pull off. Because he can just go up and down.
They have 2 Aeon Discs. The Darkseer also has one. Just so incredibly hard to start anything on them.
It feels almost impossible.
Yeah, like, look at Nyx just running in 1v5. Like, alright, what are you guys gonna do?
And he'll take your vision away.
Yeah, I know the little chance that you had. They took that from you as well. Reminds me of Bully McGuire.
Reminds you of what?
You know the Bully Spider-Man?
Ooh, Hex. And they've got this anti-mage, and there's the normal punch. Locking him down continually. They'll get the kill on a V-Tune. He's dead for 2 minutes. They've applied the Crippler Crossface, and that should make a Navi tap out.
Yeah, the Hell's Gate has been applied. The Batista Bite.
I mean, just goes to the tier 3.
Navi doesn't want to concede, of course, but yeah, this one is pretty done and dusted.
trying to work through this, and well, they were looking to land that ghost ship. It doesn't exactly hit its mark, and the mark was not an iceberg either. They get the kill there on the solo. They're going to work towards the rest. Aloha Dance will run back into the base. They've got the illusory orb and will not. Oh, will jaunt in. Okay. He's got that overwhelming blink, so the waning rift as well as the overwhelming blink is used to get that kill. And well, they do finally call it GG, and Tundra has eliminated NAVI.
Yeah, like I liked a lot what NAVI was doing in the second game, but in the third game they really just drafted themselves into a corner with that last big anti-match, I'd say. It's like it just doesn't really go well together, right? You pick this Quap, Weaver, Kunkka, who are like really fast-paced, but then you pick a carry that doesn't want to play with that at all. And there was just like no synergy between that draft, and Tundra abused that massively. Like they know exactly just want to split push all the time. Fata found so many kills, so did 9. Nick's Assassin as well. Like they just farmed heroes rather than creeps, and it's I really just don't know what they could have done. Like I think Navi played as good as they could have, just they had no options.
Yeah, they called a late audible with that Bloodseeker pick happening, and they went to an anti-mage that, yeah, he farmed well, but everybody else really didn't get much of anything around the map, especially with how quickly it was closed in on. And anti-mage at the end of the day is the only one with farm, and when you see that he ends up dying so quickly, it doesn't really matter. They were ready for him, and you know, ultimately, Tundra, they take the series 2-1, right? You know, what else could they have done?
Yeah, I mean, they were my favorite to coming into the series. They almost made a comeback happen in game 2, but it's just a little bit unfortunate for Navi because we know they're much better than that, right?
Yeah,
as we have seen a couple of times in this tournament already. Like sometimes this one impulse pick can lead, like one thing leads to another, you know, and game is just over.
Yeah, for sure. And while Tundra move on, we say goodbye to Navi, but we say hello to our panel. We're going to throw it back to them and see what their thoughts are on this.